What's going on, guys? JPA Trades here. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Google trade we had from last week. So we had the 170 calls go from 80 cents. We ended up selling for 500%, but actually they went over 1,000%. So it was a pretty crazy week. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to join and become a member if you want. But let's get into it. So easy to look at the picture here and say, wow, really cool. How did that happen? But the details of how it happened, I'm sure is why everyone's watching this video. Awesome for you being here to learn and get a little bit smarter. So we're just going to take this all the way from the top, kind of the whole thought process behind everything. So to start out, I posted this Google chart the weekend before the Google trade actually took place. So the 21st, I kind of said, hey, this looks similar to what happened last time Google had this big dip. You had like a fake out through support where it fell underneath. Everyone kind of panicked and got bought right back up. So on the Friday before, the same thing happened where a fake out happened. We go, is this actually real? Is this fake? What's the deal? I was leaning towards fake out, obviously. So I ended up buying also Goog instead of Google. And that was just simply because the strikes lined up better. It's just a little bit different in like the different classes of stock. So if you can kind of cheat it a little bit to be a little bit closer to the money, even though all the support levels are about the same. So here's kind of the thought process going in. I was looking for kind of a fake out type deal to get in. So we ended up adding the morning of June 23rd. So we're going to go ahead and just jump to the chart and look for what happened on that morning and why we bought there. So as you guys know, I am a big fan of the wicks, just kind of seeing where people try to set their daily bottoms for things. We've done it before, but we'll go ahead and do it again with just the heat map. So kind of the large extenuated points and just kind of the, hey, why did this top here? Why did this sell here? So just kind of right off the bat, jumping on us, we see, hey, here's an area of interest here. Link 164. Here's an area of interest here. And we already knew that on Friday we had this low get set, so we can just drag it all the way across, but anything that's similar to it's like the 166 and right here, which is already above it. And then we'll stretch this out so we can really see what was going on. So we'll just do the last, just kind of like the heat map like we've talked about in the previous videos of, hey, here's where all these daily lows occurred. What values are going to be important for us. So if you noticed in the Halo video I made, I had 164 as my bottom. So I think we ended up actually buying, like the actual number was like 164 and a half was the number I bought it on. It happened so fast in the morning once I kind of saw that we were in the range. I just kind of went for it. But the two pivots off the wicks I was actually looking for was the 164.91 and 164.26. I bought about in the middle, and like I said, guys, the fake out did happen. It was just a little bit fake than we wanted or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of walk through the whole trade of what happened and why I wasn't necessarily scared about it. So we got the heat map down. So we'll keep those levels there just to kind of be useful. Gonna zoom us back out and then just go back to Google, just since I have it nice and drawn quickly for us so we can see. So just kind of past bottoms, drawn a little bit, arbitrarily drawn triangles, I like to say, but generically kind of keeps it in bounds of where you want it to go. So got back into the support line and then had that nice follow through breakout for us. So similar thing, fake out again. Now we're kind of seeing how much higher we can go. But since we're doing this in kind of I don't really call it a challenge account yet. I just kind of call it the baby account. I don't really want to, not that I don't care about what I'm doing or anything, but I'm more focused on my family leaving trades alone, and maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. But we'll just go through all these trades here. So I have it in a nice little thread for us on why the entrance and exits kind of go the way they go. So started off the week with our $1,200. So did half of it. I just been doing about 50% of the portfolio. into the trade, and you've noticed, as opposed to the normal trades I do with just my regular account, I kind of been taking profits a lot earlier on some of these. So like I had some sells at 40 and 50%. So number one, that's also because we got to some of those kind of heat map resistances. But number two, since I'm a smaller account that I'm using here, and this kind of applies to you guys who are smaller accounts, you got to kind of take your profits a little bit faster. So that way you can kind of de-risk yourself, and still you saw the final Google runner made it over 1,000% if you were just able to stick with it. And I mean, I wasn't able to, so I'm not going to hold that against nobody. But you only need one or two to really go the distance for you, and that's where you kind of really make a lot of headway. So, like I said, we started the week at 1,200. After the very first Monday, we were able to get out one of them at 80%, which was awesome. So we were basically down to just three runners by the end. So I was fine to hold. Like I said, I held them red at the end of the day. I didn't mind. I said, hey, I already got some profits. This isn't the end of the world. So we're gonna hold these, see what happens. I still trusted this uptrend to hold because the last time the fake out occurred, it kind of had this dip down and then follow through. So these are all daily candles. So that fake out candle happened, and then it was a little bit of lost in the void, but still higher for 2 days. And then I was kind of just thinking like, hey, if I get a nice candle to end the week, if I only get, what's this total value? So the low of 152 to a high of 160. I was like, hey, $8 move. I'll take that every day of the week. I wasn't expecting that God candle to come on Friday, but hey, we'll take the win. So same thing happened here. We bought the 23rd. It like bounced up, went lower. Again, I'm on the daily, and from the low of 162, we hit all the way to a high of 178.68, which is crazy. But we were all the way out Thursday on that high right before the close. It just happened to be 500%. So just had a limit order sitting in there. But it was the same move. So it was that fake out, and then a nice little follow up through fake out. So 1, 2, 3. I guess there's four here, but three big ones, and then follow up through. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So kind of the pattern is what I was playing there. So just going back to just jumping through the trades. So we ended up having to hold it down red on the 23rd. And then I think it was worse the next day, if I'm not mistaken. So take it back one. So we ended up actually going a lot better. So sold two more. I was at the 25th. So we had a day in the void where nothing really happened. So that was cool. We made it up to 200%, and that was right at the open. We got that quick pop off there, 100, 150%, which was sweet. So that's again, you start to see that big jump happen with just a few contracts. Like same thing. I just sold one for 100. I sold one for 150. It's all about just having that opportunity where you can have this multi-day soak happen. So we're all the way on the 25th. We're still holding one contract up 200%. Hey, we're looking to get we're looking to get more out of this on that last kind of bite of the apple type deal. Google's still moving. And something interesting also happened on the 25th that I was kind of unconcerned to hold as well, because 200% not, I mean, that's a really nice gain. You might not want to hold it the whole way through. But on the 24th, I saw all these QQQs getting sold on the 25th. So BB means below bid. So it's kind of an aggressive sale. They're just trying to unload their puts because they think they're going to expire out of the money. So basically, these market makers one just slurped up $4 million for free. And if the Qs and SPYs are pumping, likely tech stocks are pumping as well. And same thing. This is just the black box. Is what I posted all on. I'll put a little link in the description if you guys care, but I'll post what I'm thinking. So I knew that big money's getting out of puts and trying to collect their premium. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna hold this thing, see what happens. So go ahead here and get that kind of final sale for 500% gain. And like I said, that was the kind of like, oh, I wish I didn't do that, where I held another day, but you can't go beating yourself up about wishing you held more. We're still set up really good for kind of the next leg higher on everything. But hey, you live and you learn. So just to kind of put a quick bow on this video, we were looking at a previous pattern that happened. So fake out one through support, fake out through support. We were looking through for the pattern to do the follow up. So we got the follow up. The account was same thing, about 50% size of account, but when the account's that way, you got to kind of have a more not aggressive exit strategy, but a more structured exit strategy to get out so you can have that long multi-day hold. If we were just looking to do a quick dip off support, bounce, sell, full port account, flip out, hey, you can do that. That's not really what I'm looking to do here. I'm looking just to do some swings, have some fun with, my internet friends and make us all a little bit of money. So heat, I showed you the heat maps. We'll go back to you real quick just to kind of wrap it up. So daily wicks, just figure out where they're all clustering. Like same thing, like you can put them on all of them, right? So here's another interesting spot right here, and you guys can probably see where like I exited to. Like they all like they happen again. So like here's a daily, like those levels get revisited. Someone wants it to either stop there when they're buying, someone wants it to stop at certain places when they're selling. People are moving large amount of shares to make these wicks happen. So they're valuable data points to keep. So like you can just, like I said, just draw the heat map, like same thing. Here's a high here. Where do you think it lines up? Pretty close to all these other ones. So just kind of some useful tips and tricks for you. I know I might have rambled in this a little bit, but hopefully it helped you guys. If it did, leave a comment down below. If it didn't help either, leave a comment down below, and let's crush it this week.